in divorce.
All right, welcome back. We are having a rolling conversation because let's face it, the vast majority of us watching television today and are waiting for the finance minister's speech in just under 2 hours from now. You want to know two things. Okay, the two things are what's going to happen to the taxes and what's going to happen to the stock market. Okay, because everything else is then very sectoral. It's devil in the detail. It's a 0.2% here and a 0.3% here and a few hundred crores here. When the big ticket announcements happen, those are primarily the government saying this is what our priority focus areas are. Okay, or if you say 1 lakh crores in infrastructure, that's just telling you that's your priority focus area. That doesn't it only when it translates to every bridge, every road, does it make a difference to your particular life. Okay, so for most people on a budget day where anyway GST is out of the ambit of the budget, right? It's about direct taxes, and the reason direct taxes are important, and I've been pointing this out since I started this telecast and before this. So 150 crore people in this country, right? 30%, 40% of them are not going to be in an earning age. Now take all the rest, and about 8 crore tax returns are filed. Of the 8 crore tax returns are filed, about 60-70% people don't pay taxes. They're filing a return, but they don't come under taxation slabs. So we're looking at 2% of the country, just 2% of the country, of the people. So about 3 crore people, 2.5, 3 crore people. 2.5, 3 crore people contribute 10 lakh crores in direct taxes. Individual taxpayers pay for 25% of the budgetary expenses, which are going to be around the 45-50 lakh crore mark. That's what the finance minister is about to announce. Okay, and that's the conundrum because lesson tells us that the biggest companies, it might not be true only of India, it's true of the United States, it's true of Europe. There'll be some Cayman Islands head office in which you will be paying. So let me start a company and let me call it Rishabh Enterprises. Okay, and I don't know if there's a company by that name. Okay, I will start a company in the Bahamas, and the company will be trademarked in the Bahamas. So I'll be running operations here, but I will pay a trademark licensing fee to that company in the Bahamas, which is my expenditure. So I'll show a loss. So I don't pay taxes. Okay. A lot of the biggest businessmen, the guys who are in the Rolls Royces and wearing 10 crore rupee watches, okay, they don't own anything. The house is in the company's name, the car is in the company's name, the private jet is in the company's name, the fuel for the private jet is an expense you're writing off. So you don't really pay hefty personal taxes. So for the people who earn salaries and pay tax, and then every time you buy something, pay tax. If you invest something, if you invest in a fixed deposit, if you take away your tax and your inflation, you are almost at a zero or negative return in a fixed deposit. So these are real people's problems for real people. And of course, for the rest of us, if you have a SIP somewhere, yeah, the stock market matters. So let me pick up this conversation and let's see where we can get on this, because the devil in the detail matters, but there's an overall picture. On the broadcast with us, Major General Brajesh Kumar is with us. He's the former DG of Military Engineering. We're going to discuss defense with him. Vinod Raval is with us. Vishal Khurma is with us. He is the CEO of Voxin University. Rohit Garg from Shardur Amarchand Mangaldas, and Gautam Mukherjee with us. Gautam ji, let me start you. Give us some Aam Aadmi perspective. So you are the quintessential everyman. You are not wearing a 10 crore rupee watch and driving in a private jet. But of course, nor are you lining up on the streets for government ration. So as the quintessential middle class everyman, are you hoping on something special, or do you also share the same frustrations even though you're a fan of the government?
I think there may be some relaxation in the bottom of the pile. As you pointed out, 8 lakh file taxes.
Yeah, 8 crore.
8 crore. 2 crore pay the taxes, and that 2 crore amounts to 25% of the revenue budget. Now, the further relaxation for the bottom of the pile is not going to materially affect this collection, but will go a long way to enthuse people. In other words, if you make up to 10 lakhs exempt, it is going to make a lot of people very happy. 80% of the people are going to be very happy. The stock market is going to receive it with great enthusiasm. Consumption money will be available to that extent, at least psychologically speaking. And you're none the worse off in terms of balancing the numbers that you got last year compared to this year, even after giving this away.
Okay, but
So-called